Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. This is the second video of today. This is an update on a video that we made earlier today, because in this video we are going to discuss everything that the Fed just said and just done regarding to the interest rates and the balance sheet. Well, let's right away break the ice, and that is that there were not a lot of surprises. The Fed is going to rise the interest rates with 0.5%. Usually they do this with 0.25 or 0.5 or 0.75 or 1%. But yeah, they have decided to do this with 0.5. That's already quite a step after the previous hike, which was 0.25%. And they're also going to reduce the balance sheet a little bit more because they think the market can handle it. And the labor market in the United States is very strong and is almost at a record low. A little bit more than 3%, I believe, is there an unemployment rate. And I think I heard a number coming by, as in for every person that's looking for a job, there are 1.9% vacancies. So you could almost choose from an average of 2 positions for everyone who's looking for a job right now. So even if they would rise the interest rates a little bit and maybe therefore cause a little bit more of unemployment rate, the labor market will most likely still be pretty strong. But the thing that really set everything on fire regarding to the markets is when the Fed said we are going to rise the interest rates with 0.5%. We will not rise the interest rates with 0.75% anytime soon. So they're saying, yes, we will rise the interest rates, but we do this very gradually so that you know what you can expect from us. So don't suddenly expect a rise of interest rates of let's say 1% or like I said, 0.75% or higher. Yeah, like I said, that set everything on fire. We are right away going to the charts because pretty much everything started pumping from that moment on. So without further ado, let's dive in so you guys can see exactly what I mean. Of course, we're starting off here with the BTC USD pair on the 4 hourly, and we talked about earlier today that this let me see, is this, yeah, this white line, no sorry, this red line is kind of our original top, and I said, hey, maybe this is like a pump up, a retest, and then we're going higher, or maybe we're faking out or whatever. So I kept in mind every possible scenario from this moment on, because BTC was front running already on the Fed, and this time it was a leading indicator, which actually usually never happens. So that's quite interesting. So of course we broke out on the upside, and before today's video, so in today's video we draw this line and said, yeah, no, maybe my falling wedge was not really correct, and this line needed to be a little bit different. So that is that thick red line that you see right now. And what do you know? Look at the candles. It just also perfectly bounced in between and now going higher. So yeah, absolutely crazy how that sometimes play out. But you know what? For now, I'm going to take this thick white line out, and I'm also going to make this one white and say, you know what, this was the pattern, the one that we originally had, and now we're going higher. On the daily, we're seeing just a fat green candle, and that looks really good. That also means that we have overcome the high volume node, and we're pumping up now approximately 6% for the day. So a great result. Now, full transparency here, I did not get into a trade. I will show you in a little bit why I didn't do that. First, I want to show you again one more time the price target for this breakout. If we take a measured move from the top to the bottom, we put that here, then of course we're getting the top of the falling wedge, but the price target is approximately 42k. That's also what I'm aiming for. 42k is the price target of this falling wedge right now. If you are in low leverage, then you could entertain along. You could also say, you know what, I wait for this a little bit to come back. There's one thing actually here on the daily that I want to show you, because we had this yeah, kind of slow, painful grind, sideways action, making lower lows, and now we're pumping up. Of course, the big question now is the bottom in? Are we going higher from here? Well, a few things that I see right here is that the bottom that we created also coincided right here with the bottom of the fair value being the colorful piece right here, and here it is seen as being oversold, and here on the top it's being seen as overbought. And usually here from the bottom you can expect a bounce up, in the middle of course just the trading zone, and from the top you could expect a rejection down. So not only did this serve as a perfect bottom, but like I said, we are also now above the high volume node. I actually really want us to close also above this high volume node, because if we're now retracing, that will be a little bit bearish of course. On the market cipher B, to be honest, this still on the daily doesn't look strong, but on the smaller time frames it will. I will show you exactly what I mean. RSIs are split and it looks like they're now going up a little bit. What I then want to see is that the RSIs are getting tightening together, like you see right here, and then we are making our move up, and then maybe also the money flow going back up. VWAP is already pointing upwards, and of course also this momentum wave going higher. To be honest, now with this breakout to the upside, I am getting a little bit more bullish. Not saying 100k is next, yippee-ki-yay, let's go, but with this breakout up we can expect a little bit more upwards movement. On the 4 hourly, I actually said in the previous video, well, I didn't really see a bullish divergence so far. That was not really correct, because actually you could say this is our bullish divergence here on the 4 hourly. Excuse-moi, is that how you say it in French? Excuse-moi, whatever. Anyway, so that was kind of your bullish divergence if you wanted to have it. Here the RSIs are now pointing up, they're a little bit spread. I actually want to see them a little bit more tight together, that will be nice. Of course the momentum waves going up, the money flow looks like it wants to curve up, and the VWAP is still pointing down. But so far not a lot to worry about. And also look at this volume coming in here on this 4 hourly candle. We said in the video earlier today, I'm missing the volume here on this breakout, and as a matter of fact the second candle, the red one, even got a little bit more volume. But then the Fed started talking about that we will not raise with 0.75% or higher, and that's where we got this major pump up on the hourly. Then quickly, of course, now we're reaching a little bit overbought levels, because this pump all the way from the bottom to here is 6%. So no surprise here that we might need to cool off a little bit. What I'm looking out for when it comes down to a cool off, and then actually we need to zoom into the 12 minutes, is that we are creating a bearish divergence. Here on the 12 minute, you see the price is going higher, and the momentum wave is going lower. Also here the money flow is curving down a little bit. RSIs are still higher up, but it looks like they also want to point down a little bit. And of course we also, or in this candle, we most likely getting the red dot confirmed. So what I'm looking out for this bearish divergence, well, not of course a huge retracement, but a few key levels that I'm looking out for is the golden pocket. Let me see if I do this correctly. I think so. You know what, actually let me put this here, that's maybe a little bit better. Yeah, so oh, look at that, the golden pocket would perfectly in line here with our support and resistance. That would be nice, that would be really nice if we could retrace that down, and then going back up, so retest it again. So that's approximately 3% from here. And saying this correctly, I just want to double check that I'm not misleading you with anything. No, this is correct what I'm saying. Okay, so this will be great. If we could retrace a little bit and then go higher, that would be nice. Maybe actually would even be a little bit healthier if we don't retrace that far. So if we maybe put the fib somewhere here, and then we see that we already once had some touch points here at the golden pocket. So maybe another retracement would be nice. Like I said, I think this thing needs to cool off a little bit, because we just started pumping so much. And then maybe going higher, and then of course my price target is still then here on the top on the 42k level, 42,000, and from there on we'll see. And I think if we also reach that level, then a lot of indicators will maybe point up a little bit further, and then of course we're going to look up for, what we're going to do from there. Just a quick check, 42k will be another 6%, that will be nice. Maybe tomorrow or Friday, that would be absolutely amazing. Alright, cool, let's quickly head over to ETH. because there we see the same kind of story. You know what, we're also going to start off with the daily here, and then we are going to look at other charts and commodities. Also here we had the double candle, like hey, maybe we're wrong, maybe we're not, but you see that actually also the original candle was just perfect. Quickly look here at the market Cipher B. You see that the RSIs are very split. That is weak. We want to see them more tightening together once they're going up. Momentum wave it really looks like it found a way up now. VWAP is going higher, and then money flow is back to the green. So that looks very, very good. Quickly head over to the 4 hour there. Oh, look at that. What a beauty. Look at that, exactly between the two lines. And sometimes TA's crazy. It is just scary how accurate it can be. Alright, anyways, so as you can see, we pumped up, we had the retest, and now we're going higher. Also here, a major move, of course, from the bottom here on a day that we're having. So that's a 7% on the day. Absolutely terrific. Also here on the RSI, I've seen that they're a little bit split, so I want to see that come together. Momentum wave is going up, VWAP is going higher, and it looks like that the money flow maybe also wants to curve higher. So far so good. Let me quickly look at what I have for you on the hourly. Oh, look at that. This actually is tight, hard price action. Look at this, our hourly RSIs just tight together, pointing up. Maybe a little bit overbought, so I would not be surprised if we get maybe a little bit of downward action, then we're going higher. But it looks good, and also here, this momentum wave, this top will create a higher top as this one. I will zoom in a little bit, that you can see a bit more clearly. So this top will most likely be higher than this top. So that's great. In other words, we don't have a bearish divergence on this hourly. That all looks very, very nice. Here still is a little bit, of course, of a mess with the money flow. But yeah, let's see how this trades out. Of course, also if we are retracing, what do I want to see? Let's see how far we can get. Man, look at that. Golden pocket would be also exactly here again on the support line. So the previous resistance is now flipping to support. That will be hanging out 2830. So if we would retrace from here, that's kind of my line in the sand. 2830, so that's kind of what I want to see. Let's quickly also check if we here have a bearish divergence on the 12 minutes like we have for BTC. Nah, I don't know. Look at the momentum wave. It is kind of almost at the same level, but the price is going higher. I do have to say, I think if BTC is going to roll over, then of course usually ETH will also roll over, and then we're going lower. Again, what I don't want to see is that we are crossing here this support level for BTC. That is right away now hanging around 3,800. Let me see, 38,600. 38,600, that will be kind of my line in the sand. I really don't hope that we're going to retrace, because then I'm afraid we are going to dump lower, and that will be horrible. When we talked about my trades, man, I have to show you price action. If you want to see price action, holy moly. So this was kind of the day, right? And then this was exactly here when the notes of the Fed came out, and half an hour later is then the meeting live. And here you see just 1 minute candles going up, down, up, down, up, down. A lot of people here got liquidated, got wicked out, got stopped out of the longs, out of the shorts. This is exactly what the market is intended to do, where the market makers are making their money. It is really just to wick you out, go higher, go lower, go higher, go lower. And then you just also see right here that we are dumping down here a little bit, and then no, Vulture going higher, no, Vulture going lower, and then suddenly we have a major run up. Let me just, for fun, just let this start off here with the beginning. These moves up. This was 0.5% in 2 minutes. This was 1.2% in 2 minutes. This was almost 1% in also 2 minutes. This was 0.6% also in 2 minutes. So you see that it's just very ferocious. It goes super fast. Let me see. Yeah, so this was actually the moment that the Fed started talking, right? So from this moment on, they said never higher than, or for now not higher than 0.5% rate hikes. That was sent for the market to put it on fire, and right away we just started pumping up in a matter of, what was it, half an hour or something? It was crazy. It went super fast. Let me take this. Yeah, approximately half an hour, 3%. So very nice to see, very nice to see. When I saw this, I said, oh no, Jose, I will not get into a trade. This is just so tricky, and it really can go either way. That you see pumps and dumps, and yeah, it is just almost impossible to get a nice position, to get a good entry, and then write this up, because like I said, this could really go either way depending on what it's said. So no worries. Let's just write out now. Everything's getting a little bit more calmer, and like I said, I am just checking out maybe here this bears divergence depending on if we're making newer highs. Okay, cool. Let's quickly look at other markets, because Bitcoin was definitely not the only one that was pumping up. Let's first have a quick look at the S&P 500. Yeehaw, baby! This went also super fast, and exactly for the same reason. Matter of fact, you also see once we're going over the charts that there was actually no spot at all where you would have made it a loss. S&P just pumped up almost 3%. You know what? Actually, it looks a bit better on the website of the CNBC. That just pumped up. Then the Nasdaq also had a huge run up. Let me see. Look at that, man. My lordies. Here, this is from bottom to top, 4%. For the Nasdaq, this is a lot. This is really a lot. Yeah, that's crazy, man. For the bulls, of course, it's great and it's nice price action. But you know what? There was not such a huge price here from the Fed, and still you see the markets are getting super euphoric on here. Let's quickly see. This is Europe, but Europe was already closed when the Fed started talking, so they closed in the red. And here we see the Nasdaq 3%. That is because earlier today we were in a minus, but we're now pumping up, so that is this part right here. So we're making up the loss, and then most likely are going to end the trading day in the green, and that's why you see here 3%. S&P also 3%, Dow Jones also almost 3%. What I found interesting is when that happened, look at gold. Gold suddenly also started pumping up, and usually when we have lower inflation or high interest rates, then we're seeing gold going lower. But we talked about this in the market overview, the video that I made, was it Monday, I think? There was a little bit of a longer video, and I said I have gold miners and silver miners, and this is just a painful grind lower. And look at this, we just perfectly here bounced off a supportive resistance line that had drawn at 1860, and another one I have here at 1906-ish. And if I zoom out, you can see that the price just perfectly bounced off there. So yeah, this will then be the new target. Let's hope that there's a little bit of a reversal in. Also in that video I said this support line is absolutely my line in the sand, because it has been a support line for more than a year and a half, so that is super important for us to hold. Let's see how gold will do. Quickly, silver. Actually, silver always follows gold, so if gold's pumping, silver's pumping, and the other way around. But you see here that on this daily candles, red, and it just doesn't seem to stop, and suddenly today we have that bounce up. Man, how many red days was this? 14 red days in a row. I think I've never seen this, actually. I've never seen this. Man, that is crazy. But now silver's getting that relief rally. Of course, it was also just very oversold after so many days. Don't really have an exact price target for this. Like I said, it always just follows what gold is doing. Same for even Bitcoin. Most of the time, if we see Bitcoin pumping up, we see ETH pumping up, and the other way around, and also for gold and silver. All right, quickly look at oil, because surprise, surprise, also oil just found a little bit of a way up, and it looks like that we are bottoming out here on this level, and oil will find its way higher. Now we're trading approximately $108 a barrel here on the crude oil. It has been underneath $100 for a little bit to fake some people out, and now we're going higher. Just one more that I wanted to show you. That is the DXY, so that's the dollar index, and I've told you I think it needs to cool off a little bit, because you just see how much it has been pumping. And at the moment that the Fed started talking, you also see right away that here the dollar index is now finally cooling off. So let's hope that this comes down here a little bit. And I think if that happens, then there is room for gold, silver, Bitcoin, and maybe even the stock market to go up a little bit. So let's see how that will turn out. Alright guys, that will be it for now for this update. If you like these kinds of emergency updates, then please do me a favor, show your appreciation by liking this video, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful, and I'll see you very soon again in the next one. Thank you guys so much, bye bye.